Morgan Siegfried here, joined with interim head coach Ed Foley. Coach, when you found out you were named interim head coach, what did it mean to you?
It meant a lot to me. It meant, they had the confidence in me to try to keep the thing moving along, and it was good. I was happy. Everything was kind of hectic that day. Pat called me, and I said, Pat, I'll do whatever the organization needs.
For those of us who don't know you, tell us a little bit about your coaching style.
Well, first of all, my coaching style, a lot of it has been developed here. I've been here for 9 years, so I think it's adapted here to the kind of kids that we've had. And we've had great kids here, so when we first got here, we were really kind of all over them with a little bit of paranoia about how they were going to act and what they were going to do. So we really try to stay on them. And, as we've gotten better and as we've gotten better leaders here, my coaching style has changed a little bit in that I trust that the kids are going to go out and work hard and do what they have to do. So I'm business-like, and I think our staff is business-like. We're going to do what we have to do to get ourselves prepared and to play the game.
You've been at Temple since 2008, through a lot of ups and downs. What is it about this school that keeps you around?
The school has a great fit with what I believe, and I think the mission of the school matches that of the kids and the players that are here. I was put here to work with these kids and to work with kids who come in and they want to be coached hard and they want to get better. It's kind of like Russell Conwell. It's like there's diamonds in the rough. We found some of these guys that some other people weren't recruiting or that came to us kind of because they wanted to be here all along. So I feel like that's why I'm here too, to make sure that those guys get better every day.
So it sounds like you really believe in what we're doing here at Temple.
I do, and that's why I haven't left. I've had chances to go and opportunities to leave, but I like what's going on here. It's close to home for me, so I'm near my family, which is great, which is a huge bonus. But aside from that, to come in and work with these kids, I'm blessed to come in and work with these kids every day.
What was your message to them when you found out?
My message was, what's next? Literally, what's next? Because I said to the guys, what's next? I even saying it to them in the hallway. Well, we got to find out who the next head coach is going to be, or what are we going to do now, or what's going to happen for the bowl game. I said, no, what's next is mandatory breakfast tomorrow. What's next is study hall at 9 o'clock. Just take it one day. Really not even one day, one item at a time. What's the next thing that you have to do in your life? Because whether Matt was here or not, the next thing is the next thing. And then really, I kind of know in that, and I've been through 2 of these, that if you just do that, then eventually everything's going to return to normal very quickly. And not that it's normal yet, but I think that by doing that, by getting the kids to focus on the academics, the weightlifting, the day-to-day operations of what we do, I think the kids kind of all of a sudden have a little bit of a direction.
Finally, how's the team been preparing for the Military Bowl following their conference championship win?
Well, coming down off of that was another thing too. You have this high, and guys are all celebrating and feeling great about it. And then we haven't gotten into the nuts and bolts of the true preparation of the game. What we're trying to do is just get through the finals, get through the next day studying, get through up one practice at a time. So today we did some situations where let's get a little bit better at red zone. Let's get a little bit better at third down. And not necessarily those are the exact things that we're going to be doing against Wake Forest from the preparation standpoint that way, but we are preparing for just getting better at the situations, getting better at our techniques. And a really good individual session today. We had 20 minutes where we worked on the basics. I mean, these guys haven't practiced for a few days, especially the upperclassmen haven't really practiced, since we got into that, since we finished up that game against Navy. And to get back on track to saying, okay, we're going to work on just getting better at football today was very helpful.
How important do you think it is to keep this momentum that we've had this year going?
It's incredibly important, and I think if you're a competitor, like if you really love to compete and you really love the game of football, then I think you want to leave Temple saying, I was one of those guys that was on the team that won 11 games that had never been done before. So I think that's a tremendous motivation, and I think carrying the momentum from those wins, because it didn't look like we were going to win 11 games after Memphis, I can promise you that. But then we got kind of rolling a little bit, and that win at Navy, I think to have this win here against Wake Forest and get that 11th win is going to mean, and I think most of our kids are really competitive, and that's going to mean something to them, and that's one of our motivating factors going forward is let's be the best Temple team ever.
All right, thanks for joining us, Coach Foley. For Owls TV, I'm Morgan Siegfried. We'll see you at the Military Bowl.